Hello, this is Professor Afrikadzata Deku, speaking to you from Spartanburg, South Carolina, USA, and I'm here to share some of my poems with you, my African centricity poems with you. This one is called Discover the Hell of Our Today's 71 Lies Upon Which Our Today's Slave Colonial Neo-Colonial World is Based on for all continental African and diaspora African to set themselves free from. Okay, these are some of the list of lies that we have been programmed to accept as our truths, and but which are all lies, and we need to recognize them and set ourselves free from them. The lie of black and white relationship in and outside USA. The lie of black and white skin color. The lie of rich and poor countries. The lie of developed and underdeveloped nations. The lie of first and third world people. The lie of foreign aid as critical to Africans' survival. The lie of foreign investment as capital for African progress. The lie of foreign trade as the key to African salvation. The lie of democracy in foreign languages for Africa. That's a lie. The lie of sustainable development within colonial boundaries for Africa. Say it again. The lie of sustainable development within colonial boundaries for Africa. The lie of developing nations. The lie of independent African nations. The lie of sovereign African countries. The lie of African leaders or African elite or African scholars in power for the benefit of their people. The lie of African scholars or elite as solvers of the people's crisis. The lie of African boundaries and as indispensable for African survival. The lie of colonial languages as good for Africa. The lie of transfer of technology to Africa. The lie of free market economy as African savior. The lie of global village or the new world order or globalization or internationalization, where Western powers never granted independence but dependence to Africa, where blacks in USA are still the white man's slaves, where apartheid in South Africa has not been abolished or is still alive. It's just like colonialism. They left Africa through the windows and then came back through the door. The same thing happened in South Africa. There's no way an African country be called itself South Africa. South Africa is not a name. It's a descriptive. It's a descriptive. It's just like Ghana calling itself West Africa, or Nigeria calling itself West Africa, or Algeria calling itself North Africa. It doesn't make sense. And yet they have scholars, they have professors there, and nobody can tell them that is not correct. The name of South Africa is called Azania, Republic of Azania. But they've been silenced. Nobody can talk the truth anymore. And you talk the truth, they remove you and put the puppets there and give them a little crumbs, and then they think that's the end of the story. What the people are catching hell, 40–50% of unemployment of the youth. The youth that brought them to power. Africa, 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 Africa. Why Arab slave trade in Africa is a genocide. Why Western slave trade in Africa is a genocide. Why colonialism in Africa is a genocide. Why the West owes Africa more debt than Africa owes the West. Why U.S. African foreign policies, past and present, including that of our brother Obama, is as colonial as Western powers' foreign policy towards Africa. Why the World Bank, IMF, is a curse, not a blessing to Africa. Why the United Nations is not a world body or organization. Why begging for foreign crowns money is not the answer to African crisis. Why capitalism is not the answer to African problem. Why communism or socialism is not there, but it's also not the answer to African problem. We need to find our own continental African ideology based on our own culture that has worked for us for more than 3 million years, at a time when there was no white man, no Arab, no Jew. So we need to get that back to be on the throne again. Why Gorbachev and Mandela, our brother Mandela, and the likes are so much adored by the West. Say it again. Why Gorbachev and Mandela and the likes are so much loved and adored by the West. Why does USA fear so much China? Why US-Japan relations, past and present, are bound to fail? Why is white USA so obsessed with guns and so much deadly weapon? Why none of our today's solution agenda for Africa can save her from the hell of today's crisis? Why today's Africans are their own worst enemies? Why Africans are their own worst enemies? Not the white man, not the Arab, not but ourselves. We are our own worst enemies because we allow them to dominate, control us. Why the urgent creation of Africa-centric continental African nation and government that we shall call United States of Africa is the only man-made, self-reliant solution answer to Africa's crisis. Why foreign powers, past and present, fear so much a continental African land and people-based and oriented nation and government or United States of Africa as the solution to African crisis, and how today's continental diasporas are miseducated in the name of alien education, how we are underdeveloped in the name of alien development, how we are impoverished. We are not poor. We are the richest continent. We are the owners of the richest continent on earth. So how are we being impoverished in the name of alien agenda, solution, answers, and cures? How we are being westernized in the name of Western style modernization? How we are being put to sleep in the name of alien religion? How we are being kept dependent in the name of foreign aid and assistance? How we are being uprooted in the name of alien identities, ruined in the name of alien ideology, enslaved in the name of self-ignorance, and dead. How we are kept living dead in the name of alien ways of life and being. Why today's continental diaspora Africans are not who and what they think they are. Why today's 1 billion children of Mother Continental Africa on the continent and its diaspora are continental African people, national and citizens of our one and only indivisible continental African ancestral home and motherland for them all to recover, to claim, to own, to control, to unify, to empower, to develop, to enrich, to protect, to defend, to promote for their benefit in love, justice, peace and security, freedom and happiness for all lives on earth. And why today's boundaries, slave and colonial boundaries, status quo, states and nations and countries, we are programmed to refer to and treat as a sovereign African state are not African. And why we must create our own United States of Africa now to serve our needs once and for all, in dignity, in love, in prosperity, and happiness for all. Thank you.